Hello, all my viewers, and this is Fwip here on the Crypto blah 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 blah. Let's do that again. Hello, everyone. This is Fwip on the CryptoCraft server, featuring the likes of Knight97M, Al Hannibal, Lesquatch, Spark, and who knows? I'll get to know them and get to know other people soon. Today's episode will be a little tour of my facility as I have built it. Yes, I've been out and about getting resources, and apparently I have enough resources to put refined iron fences on my rooftop. Man, you know that you got too much time on your hands when you're doing something like this, or working with the mini blocks. That's right, I built myself a chimney into my house. Let's actually take a look at this house, because I haven't even looked at it yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. Welcome to the show. So, to give you a little bit of perspective on what I've been doing, this is my sapphire handsaw. It's almost completely destroyed. Going to the Twilight Forest to get marble brick for my house was my main concern last time, and let's have a look from the outside. I've got these weird little oil sands next to gravel for my pathway up. Little accents all around the walls. Little pillars going on. The first thing I did after building acacia walls, and yes, F's on the side as usual. I like to do that there. So, in case anybody doesn't know this is Fwip's house, now they do. Perfect. Got some ferns from that interesting area. I love them. They look great. Actually, I have a massive wheat farm. You're probably thinking, Fwip, you eat melons most of the time, so what do you need wheat for? Well, I'm going to try and, what's the word I'm looking for? Not quite compete, but I'm going to join Al Hannibal in his thematic pursuits, and if anyone's ever done Thomecraft before, you know that seeds are pretty much the best source of this aspect right here, the transmutation one, whatever it's called. Look, there's a whole bunch of stuff you need seeds for in Thomecraft as aspects, and this is how you do it. So perfect. Giant farm right outside my house. I got a little mailbox outside if anybody wants to give me items, and since they gave me a ton of copper to start with, I figured, hey, why don't I just upgrade all my chests? So this time around, I've built a lot of mini block things. I'm really concerned with design, I guess. Who knows? Got my fireplace going, chopped up some half slabs real nice and good. From inside the fireplace, it looks nice, little barricade so no one can fall down. I'm gonna get me some netherrack, set it on fire, hope that it doesn't burn down the house. It might burn down the house. Isn't fire spread like 3 blocks? I don't know if it's on. I didn't think to ask. Got me my ores, I'm working on it. Not that much stuff. Gonna build me a solar turbine and battery blocks from factorization because phase 1 of my plan is build self-heating furnaces so I don't need to get coal. And then I can use the coal for other things. I don't know what yet. Anyway, here's what everyone will see when they head right inside, and I've already kind of directed everybody to log into the computer. There are 2 different settings, me or someone else. If it's me, and let's assume nobody does this, well, even if people do, all they'll get is my to-do list, which will show people I need a lot of lead and silver to get to the factorization turbine, which I'm probably going to implant somewhere on my rooftop. I don't know where else. It takes solar panels made out of silver. I need to get rubber trees, I need to generate power, and everything else is pretty much just obvious. So let's go back to the first screen. Let's say, for example, somebody signed in as a guest. Then this is the message they will get. They may take any items that I've left for them in the copper chest, they may leave a sign for me with a message, or just leave stuff in the mailbox outside. The copper chest is actually the only copper chest here in the room. I really like that. You can just use different chests. So they can place a sign right here on the table for me. And this is the message they will get. Because I don't mind if people eat my food while I'm gone. I mean, look at this. It's all grown. Anybody can use that. I know it's not exactly a community farm, but as long as you replant stuff, I am totally on top of that. Let's shut down the computer for now. One of the goals I need to do right now, because as you can see, I do not have anything set up right now. I used to. We're going to be setting up a pulverizer and powered furnace combo not that long from now, just so that all my ores can be doubled. because I'm a bit of a min-maxer. We can call it that. I don't want to waste any potential iron by not pulverizing it first, and I think an induction smelter is a bit expensive for right now. But for today, we're gonna run off to the spawn, because I really hope somebody has left an enchanting room somewhere, because I have 30 levels, and my goal right now is a fortune pick. The more diamonds I get, the better. Heck, the more rubies and sapphires, the better. Because I've learned right now, since I don't have access to an advanced diamond drill or a quarry, specifically a quarry, like that is gonna take a long time to make. All these gemstone tools are actually ridiculously efficient. This like the green sapphire pick and the ruby sword, they just last so long. It's great. And if you're wondering what I'm doing for armor, ironwood. It's not the best, but it's better than iron. It has to be. You need iron to make it. I can't see it being less than iron, but I've never bothered to test all the different materials that you could use. I should probably head into a labyrinth soon in the Twilight Forest. Get me some silver leaf. I think that might be an improvement over ironwood, but I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna explore for right now. I love exploring, especially when I see what other things other people have done. But I think as it stands right now, as you can tell, I put a lot of work into that house because I built this all on day one. No joke! I stayed up way too late. I put in the computer program today, but setting everything up, like cutting all the blocks into pieces, putting it all around, deciding what the house should look like, that all happened yesterday. I figure if it's gonna be representative of me, a standard Fwippian weird-looking house that has windows and stuff will work just fine. Now, I haven't had the time yet to add in, say, for example, house defenses or traps or lovely little mind games, but I assure you, those are all coming. For right now, my house is as friendly as it could ever be. Not a trap in sight. Although I might have plans. Again, I can't tell you about my plans, sadly, because then everyone who watches my videos will know. And it will technically be a warning to people. And I don't want it to be a warning, I want it to be fun. Here's the thing, I don't want to kill anybody, I just want to put them through a gauntlet of sorts, maybe. It's going to take me a while to get there, but again, Phase 1, self-heating furnaces. Now, if I was on the CryptoCraft server, which I am, and I was looking for an enchanting room, where would I be? Perhaps they've placed it in the factory. Well, we've got the thermal expansion stuff here. Right. No, I don't see anything yet. Someone must have built an enchanting table. I mean, if Knight is up to nanosuit ability, he's gotta have one, right? Somewhere. Uh-oh. Does that mean the generators are broken? Maybe it just means nothing needs the power right now. That would make sense. Generators only work when they need to. Alright, so I am looking for an enchantment table. No, it doesn't look like there's one in the factory. I guess we better explore the other common areas. Maybe it's just in the starting zone. At the very least, I could build an enchanting area, and I do want to make something in the spawn, like to sell things, maybe. Oh, I do need one piece of netherrack. No, don't get ahead of yourself, Whip. Enchanting zone, enchanting zone. Get in the zone for enchanting. Okay, if I go in here, I can't get back out. Is this enchanting zone? Well, I'll just tear the door down for now. Let's have a look around. I certainly do need some nether wart as long as I'm here and, you know, flux research. It's Thaumcraft. You need it. There we go. Might as well replant it all. Then there's no loss whatsoever. In fact, I'm helping them by making sure that this stuff doesn't go bad. Hey, think about it. If you didn't replant and plant nether wart, wouldn't it just rot? I mean, it's possible. What does that button do? Nothing? Okay. This is probably Lesquatch's area, so I don't want to hang out here for too long. Books for emeralds. That could come in handy. Princesses for emeralds. That's not worth it at all. Anyway, I will get myself set up probably with my own nether wart farm just for kicks, because I'm going to need it for research. But enchanting zone, that's... Oh, and I can probably take these pumpkins. And those cocoa beans. I'm sure it's fine. No one will mind in the least. There we go. See? Look. Perfect. Nobody even knew I was here. So, enchanting zone? No. Enchanting zone. I have 30 levels. I need to take care of this now. If I die, I'm going to be so upset I will rage quit for 20 minutes at the least. Maybe not that long. But still. It's the thought that counts. I don't want to lose 30 levels. You know what? I could get some obsidian and then something else. Yeah, this looks like there just is not anywhere that I can get an enchanting table. But here's the obsidian zone. All right. Well, in that case, I will meet you back at my place. A nearby node just spewed something foul, and if you don't know what that means, basically my thaumaturgical research has meant that there are horrible beasties now roaming the wilds. Perhaps we'll see one nearby. Now, I don't know where it is. I just know it's nearby. I've already died to these things a few times because they're actually really, really strong. I've only got iron armor and a bronze chest plate that I found in a chest, but I'm gonna go kill this thing. Yeah, okay. My node, honestly, was inside my house. I did not know it was there when I built the place. But anyway, there should be a giant angry zombie around here somewhere. Most likely in my garden. Or just on the peripheral. But it's clearly somewhere. Trust me on this. Now, is it as big as a giant? No, but you know the difference between a giant and a giant angry zombie. I'll tell you that right now. That might be it there. No, that might be a regular... Wait a minute, how big is this thing? It's getting bigger. Am I wrong? I think these things get bigger when they get closer to Flux. I think. Because look at the size of this. That is clearly not a regular zombie. But a while ago... Oh, wow, yeah, okay. I spent 30 levels on this sword. It's knockback 2, Bane of Arthropods 3, I think. So it's not really... Oh my god. Look at the size of this thing. That is a giant angry zombie if I ever saw one. And what do they do? Without armor, they deal all your health in damage. I've survived with half a heart before. But, oh no. Oh, thank god. Wow. Massive. Now, Hannibal, of course, is pretty much the other thaumaturge right now. I saw him the other day, giving lessons to Lesquatch. Yes, I kind of hanged around and listened to his tutorial in case he needed some help, and everything sounded good.
Yeah.
So, to begin researching, you need to build one of these. This is a research table. Let me
Yeah.
get that out of there. And this is made by making 2 tables, which is... Actually, I have to look that up. I haven't made that in so long.
3 half slabs and a couple of planks.
Yep. Okay, we can go with that. 3 half slabs and a couple of planks. And you can get a table. You need 2 of them, and then you need inscribing tools, which is made with a feather and a ink sack, I think. Glass bottle. Yep. So that...
Okay, just making the table.
Okay.
Got it. Yep.
Also, if you need any materials, you can just let me know. I can grab it out of my safes. How However, I don't have the feathers or the ink sacs, so you gotta luck there. But you can use mine for now. So, in order to use this, you need to have some basic items.
Okay.
You can use anything. You can use this stack of cobblestone, for example. However, one thing that you have to have is paper. So if you right-click on this table, you can see the interface.
Yep.
And on the corner there, with the paper in it, that's where you need to have the paper.
I see. Right.
If you see the slider on the bottom,
Yep.
see how it's green there and then it's red?
All I see is it red and it says thorough.
Okay. Well, if you click on it, you can change it to cursory.
Ah.
It's green.
I see. Yeah, I see now.
Cursory has a lower chance to increase your research, but it also has a lower chance of destroying the item. However, thorough has a higher chance of increasing your research, but a higher chance of destroying the item. So I usually just stick it on thorough because we have a near infinite supply of resources.
Yeah.
So
Sweet.
you can see the 5 slots on the left, and
Yep.
you throw the cobblestone in there, and it'll show you the aspects. The cobblestone has Sexum, which is stone or rock, and Fractus, which is destruction. Also, if you hold shift and hover over any item in your inventory, which you may have noticed before, it'll also show you the aspects that it has.
Okay. Very cool.
So if you click on the small magnifying glass, you can hopefully begin research.
Yep. Unknown theory.
Yep, and if you keep clicking on it, it'll continue to research that and spend some of the cobblestone. And so now you can see that the Saxum icon has been grayed out. That
Yeah.
means that aspect is not needed for this theory. But the Fractus is, because that's the only aspect in there right now, and that was working. So you,
Yeah, and we now have something called Obscurus,
Yep.
which is unknown and obscured.
Yeah.
That's helpful.
we do not know what that aspect is yet, but we will if we can continue researching it. So
Okay.
if you continue pressing the magnifying glass, you will continue the research. Yeah, so we can see there it popped into Fractus. And we
Yep.
completed it. So
Sweet.
right now we are researching Elementum.
We are indeed.
Elementum is basically the opposite of Nitor. Nitor is kind of like fire. I don't know really how to describe it. But right at this point, sometimes you will get a second research icon that'll tell you what you need to use for the next part. However, in this one, we did not. So at this point, you would continue experimenting. Like,
Okay.
let's say, Netherrack.
Now, I already know a lot of this stuff about thaumaturgy, of course, as you can see from my goggles. The node is close. In fact, when I say the node is in my house, I mean for some reason when I built the house, the node is right there. That's ridiculous. I've never, been so lucky as to find it. But of course, the problem is just, I don't really have a way to turn down flux, as far as I'm aware. I've built the flux filter lately. In fact, I've spent quite a lot of time off screen gathering up my research. I still have a few things to find, but mostly I've got a lot done, and there isn't a node from what I can see close by, so I think I'm kind of stuck with this one here. Now you'll notice it says 344 out of 339. That's because I've made these 2 crystal clusters, which actually add some aura to my node. So it's actually a little bit overcharged. Is this a good or a bad thing? Well, honestly, bad for flux, but good in that if it gets overcharged enough, I believe it will actually create new aura-charged stones somewhere nearby in my base. I think it's kind of like, it's not a bug, it's a feature, personally. I mean, wisps! I'm pretty protected from wisps. This is a great house in terms of avoiding them. And as for those giant angry zombies that come out every once in a while, I think those are fun. I think it's a hazard. I think it's an acceptable loss. Not really a loss, but an acceptable danger of the profession. Other things I've got going on with thaumaturgy right now. I gotta call it something, like the big T. Yes, little wood golem, little straw golem. And they have been farming for me for ages. It's looking great. Flax seeds are basically the same functionally as regular seeds. Hennequin seeds, however, don't register, so I hate those. Yeah, just a waste of time. Come on, yes, seed value. I gotta wait some more for the nether wart to grow before I can get anywhere close to finishing this one. There we go. If you're wondering, I am finishing the ore research. I need void. Void. One sec. I saw something the other day. I don't know what it's for, but I know you can craft a stone bowl, unless I'm mistaken. No, probably not. Well, anyway, I can make some bowls right now. Certainly a lot cheaper than buckets or glass bottles. Alright, let's just chuck these in here. Now, my goals right now, honestly, I'm going to need to create tracks, and a lot of tracks. Because I have gotten into Steve's carts a little bit. Let's head downstairs into the secret lab. It's not really secret lab. There's 2 entrances right now, and I haven't built any way to hide them. I do have some secret projects I'm working on, though, but here is my cart. You fill the engine with coal, you fill the railer with rails, and it will mine for you. Oh, and it's got a height control switch. Isn't that awesome? Let's go head into my secret... Well, it's not really a secret again, because anyone can get into it, but I like to feel like it is. No, when I have secret projects, I will hide them good. But here is my mine shaft. Or to be my mine shaft. Is that another giant angry zombie? Or just a regular angry zombie? I don't think you can tell until you're up close, because, looks like a regular... Oh, yeah, I think it's a big one. Or it will be a big one. I didn't realize that these things grew with time. There we go. Maybe it was just a regular one. I don't know. I was pretty sure that this entire place was fine. And I mean was, because I only have 10 tracks. I need to create more. So basically what I did was I ran after my cart, and I just broke the tracks as it went along. And you'll see it has auto-mined for me this entire tunnel. Now, I don't need the tracks on the ground, so that wasn't a problem. But if I want to mine with the Steve's Carts mod and not worry about tracks, I'm going to need to find a way to, like, get megajoules up to make the rolling machine and roll me up some more tracks. This diagonal section here, that is definitely completely attributed to the wondrous moving, the height control button. I just told it, go down to level 27 where there's diamonds, and bam, it did a diagonal current, not a problem. The only problem I can foresee with this cart is that, due to complexity, I couldn't add in the bridge building attachment, and all that means is if my cart... Oh my gosh, spiders. Yep. Bane 4. One shot's a spider. Anyways, thing is, if my cart reached like a 2-hole gap, or like a pit of lava, anything like that, it wouldn't be able to get over it. Hey, wait a minute. Were these aura charged before, or is it already working to give me more stone? I think maybe I just left these here the first time I mined. Definitely these shards are worth it if you want to make wands and stuff. But I'm sure everybody who's familiar with the Big T, Homecraft, knows what I am talking about. I've got some plans for inside this ravine. That's the whole point of why I built a base on it, because it's going to take me a while to auto-mine some more. Apparently that is still spawning a lot of mobs. But I suppose it's better that they spawn there than inside other caves, because at least I'll know where they are. Another project I've been working on, everybody, is collecting records. Now, I love records. It's like a collection. I want to get them all. You know, they are my Pokemon. But the thing is, I need a whole bunch of spare records in order to craft some things in Filmcraft and get some research. Since I didn't have those, I had to use diamonds to make jukeboxes, which is a horrible waste of resources. But just to let you know, here in my personal safe, I've got pretty much a bunch of them. Very happy about that. And I can run the DJ program so that it'll actually play some without needing a jukebox. So that's great. Alright, so what are we doing today? Everybody isn't on just yet. And it's Thursday. That means there's a live stream tonight. Also, today is Valentine's Day. I wonder what Fwip's going to do when he knows that everybody on the server is probably going to be on later. Or at the very least, probably Knight and Hannibal. Well, well, well. Oh, and I've been working with bees. Just a little bit. Getting some commons, getting some cultivateds. It takes a long time to get anywhere with bees. But I'm getting there. Anyway, thing is, I've noticed what everyone's got building on the server right now. In fact, I noticed because I've created some maps. Here we have Lasquatch's base, an aerial view. He's working away on his volcano mountaintop. There's his pathway through the jungle. And here is the factory at spawn, as well as the small village Knight has going, and his little house plan. And, of course, here's me on what I like to call Skull Island, because for some reason, there's my house, and the map looks like a skull. That's pretty awesome. The thing is, guys, I'm not sure if I'm able to, like, see players. Because that little green dot there, that's me. I wonder if, like, there'll be a red dot if Knight is at his factory, or if Lasquatch is in his house. Because I would love a way to spy on everybody from the comfort of my own home. I'm not joking, that would be really creepy and really amazing. But my plan is, as you can tell, a lot of people don't have rooftops. I decided to build a house first because I really like the server right now. I really like my friends. I like that they invited me here, and I like that I'm actually using microblocks for a change. I've never used those before, and that's why that's a heavily influenced part of my house. Okay, the deal is, let's go mess up spawn a little bit, because nobody's played a prank ever, as far as I'm aware, and Lasquatch filled the sheep farm full of pink and red dyes. So, let's start off very simple here. Red, pink wool, why don't I meet you back when I've worked a little bit more on this project, because I haven't entirely decided what I'm going to do. It's probably going to involve a giant heart. Or perhaps something a little more funny. So I'll see you there, okay? Woo!